So, Jalen Hurd got injured, tore his ACL, likely out for the season. So, depth-wise, the receiving position is kind of getting a little thinner, but that's why we signed Tavon Austin and J.J. Nelson. The standouts at receiver is Brandon Ayuk. Jaquan Jennings is looking like a steal in the draft. Maybe this explains why we drafted Jaquan Jennings to be the guy in case Hurd gets hurt again. But from what I heard is Jaquan Jennings was the better receiver in Tennessee, and Jalen Hurd wanted to play receiver, and the coach says, no, we got Jaquan Jennings playing the slot. So maybe this is the best insurance policy draft pick we have picked in years for these injuries. I mean, we were expecting high expectation for Jalen Hurd. He was supposed to be that versatile slot receiver who can do a little bit of everything, run the ball a little bit because he's a physical type player. But since he came into the league, he just hasn't played a single down except one preseason game. So I don't know if Shanahan's going to hold on to him another year, but we are likely going to expect to do a workout with Jerron Brown, the former Seahawks receiver and Cardinals receiver. If he passes the physical, it looks like we might sign him for depth-wise, you know. So Deebo Samuel should be coming back maybe by the beginning of the season. So it looks like he's at a good recovery situation. So he might just miss a couple games here and there. So as far as the receivers who stood out, Dante Pettis looked pretty solid. Then you got Trent Taylor, who finally got back to his groove. I mean, Garoppolo's looking back, you know, throwing deep passes finally. Jared McKinnon is as good as advertising, just hasn't played a single down with us yet. But if he can stay healthy, he could be a factor at the running back position for us, along with Raheem Mostert. And Tevin Coleman, we'll see. It looks like he's a good, solid back also. But as far as what I'm hearing about Spencer Long retiring, what was the purpose of signing this guy, man? I kind of see why certain fans are upset about these type of players, man. If you're going to come here, you need to sign and just get your ass over here and fucking put the work in. Don't just sign a fucking deal and then just quit. No. This is the NFL. You get your ass over here, earn your fucking money, and make the team. If you don't make the team, at least you tried. But don't fucking sign a contract and expect to fucking be here for a little bit and then fucking quit. You know? It's kind of like that attitude where you're like, oh, I'm going to sign. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to play. I don't know if I want to play. Oh, I quit. Stop, man. That's like a fucking bad trending. You have guys like you guys have like guys like Andrew Luck who fucking did this trend, but it's understandable because his fucking shoulder, but he could have still played a couple more years. He could have played a couple more years. And you got guys like fucking Aaron Lynch quitting on the fucking Jaguars. That's fucking lame. That's pathetic. I mean, you got to understand, man. You sign a contract, you get your ass over here, you fucking bust your ass. But other than that, we got depth-wise, so I'm not worried about it. But at the same time, I'm just tired of those fucking players that do that shit. So why are you signing? If you're not sure about your future, then get the fuck out. That's it. I mean, as a realist Niner fan, speaking by the heart of football fans, it's frustrating when you have to see somebody have to quit. If you're not sure about your football career, don't even bother. Just fucking step aside. This is not the best time to fucking retire. If it was during the offseason like the draft, like Jaganov was saying, then yeah, you can fucking retire from there. But you're not. You don't have that luxury. It's too late. You made yourself look bad. You're giving the whole fan base a bad look of yourself as a player. But you know what? That is somebody else's decision. So, Trent Williams, he's finally looking back to form, shaking off the rust. I mean, you got some really good players stepping in. It's a good trade. Big steal. And then you get Jordan Reed, take him in slowly. Dante Pettis, build a little bit of confidence. I mean, the receivers ain't that bad. You got Tavon Austin for a cheap deal. J.J. Nelson adds speed, a little bit better than Travis Benjamin. But as far as the depth-wise, I think we'll be all right. Cornerback should be good. Quan Williams, I think the injury's not as bad as people think it is. We'll just be cautious on him. when it comes to the regular season, he's the most important nickel back on our team. So we got to have him healthy at all times. And Dee Ford's looking back to form like he was in Kansas City, so that's a good sign. And Javon Kinlaw, they say he's as good as advertising. He's like a strong force and a big dude, kind of like John Henderson type player, or Marcus Stroud, one of those Jaguar players, one of those ex-Jacksonville players. Like, he's a big dude. He's like a bully on the defensive line. DJ Jones and Nick Bosa and so many other players are praising this guy like he's something. Everybody's talking good about Brandon Ayuk. He's catching a lot of deep passes. He's making some spectacular catches, more like those Odell-ish type plays. I mean, you got to wait and see how this guy does, but it looks like he could be the number one receiver at this point. And Kendrick Bourne, he's busting his ass. He's putting the work in. He's stepping up. So I think his role on the team is going to be pretty good. So, yeah, this is your Niners Report, Empire Sport. As far as training camp, I'll keep an update from there. But as far as like the team going into the season, looks like you're going to have those ups and downs, but it looks like those players stood out so far. All right, there's your report.